Elite Gaming.
Hey guys, it's Andrew here at EliteGamingHQ. Shannon and I play a lot of AAA titles, but we also enjoy a great indie game as well. Sometimes, with an indie game, you get to see a group's hard work and vision come together to make something great. Dead Age is one of those indie games. Sure, on the surface, Dead Age looks like a simple zombie survival game, but when you dig into this game, you realize there's so much more at stake. Let me explain the basics. Dead Age is a turn-based combat, custom character RPG based on a skill point system, but the choices you make in game really seem to matter. Sure, you have simple choices like, do I search this abandoned school bus? It could yield crafting supplies. If you choose not to search it, you don't take any risk. But when you do search it, you get ambushed by marauders. Or maybe you search it and you just find more gear. Both of these things have happened to me. But some choices really, truly test your morality. Let me give you an example. At one point I was playing this game, and I saw a group of unsuspecting survivors, just like myself and my group, and I had a choice to make. Marauders came up to me and said, hey, if you ambush these survivors and you kill at least one of them, they'll probably all just run away and drop their gear everywhere. And if you do this, we'll repay you by giving you this shotgun. Now I had to make a choice. Do I kill these innocent survivors because, well, it's the zombie apocalypse? Are there really rules? Shouldn't I care more about my own group than those people? Or am I really just making a pact with devil and trying to justify it in my head? Both of which would have separate outcomes, and you really have to decide what to do. And I found that to be very interesting. Another thing I really like about this game is how you can customize your character with a plethora of different skills. There's skills for combat, there's skills for jobs, there's a whole job class system, but we'll get into that in a second. And every skill is laid out and tells you what it does in advance and what your skill points are going to, which is another feature that a lot of games seem to skip over. Let's talk about your health. Frequently, when you go out, you delve further and further into the missions. Let's say you're trying to reach a checkpoint or a certain location, almost like you would a Darkest Dungeon, where you're like, should I go just a little bit further at the risk? And you could end up with dead characters. And health doesn't regenerate instantly. So the further you go, to get that extra hunter experience or extra gear could cost you. When your character goes back to camp and it takes a whole day, he might only gain 20% of his health back in a whole day of rest. These are the kind of hard decisions that you have to make. Let's talk about shopping. I find precious materials on the road, and now I have to trade them to get much needed supplies like health packs or ammunition, but at the cost that now I'm not going to have these materials to make guns and other things. And if you're anything like me, you sit and worry about these decisions in video games all the time. I'm the kind of player that'll play Titan Quest or Diablo 2, and I don't ever put the points into my character. I'll have 5 or 6 points sitting in the bank just waiting to see what I think's good. And then when I find a skill I want, I just dump them all into it. And usually my friends look over at me and be like, what are you doing? You're not leveling up your character. That happens to me. The job system's pretty interesting as well. You could have characters in your group, or you can leave them behind to hunt, blacksmith, gunsmith, things like that increase your overall usefulness in your group, or you take them with you. Do you make this guy a medic, or do you put points in making this guy good with shotguns? Are you going to constantly be able to have shotgun ammo, or do you try to go for melee with everyone? So there's so many choices. This game puts you in a rough situation, and I really enjoy it. So as I said before, sometimes you get an indie gem out there. This is that game. So if you guys get a chance, or if you like games like this, pick it up. Dead Age is a great game, and it has my recommendation. Well, I hope you enjoyed my little review of Dead Age. If you like this little quick review, give me a thumbs up. Something that would be really cool, if you go to the Dead Age Steam page, I'll put the link in the description so you guys can get this game yourself. But if you could find my written review, give it a thumbs up, that'd be awesome. I would really appreciate that. Shit, I really appreciate it that you guys have been listening this long. Well guys, I hope you have a good day, and thanks for listening. This is Andrew at EliteGamingHQ. Thanks guys.